Hi, everybody. How are you both doing today?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. Oh, this movie was so adorable. I really, really enjoyed it, I gotta say. But I have to start by asking both of you, Tio, let's start with you. Are you a good cook or no?
I I mean, I try. I try my very, very best, but I'm not like my mama. I'm not like yeah.
Olivia? I mean, come on, Gabriella is a lot to live up to there, huh?
I think that's when my acting comes in because I cook to more so survive, and I like putting things together,
Yeah.
but my fiance is the cook and I'm happy to receive that food.
Are you kidding? That's amazing. That's awesome to have somebody cook for you. I take that too,
Absolutely.
for sure. Well, like I said, this movie is so adorable. Tio, let's start with you because Laura, she's not your regular sloth. Like she's a go-getter. She's a mover. She's not slow in any ways. How does one get into the sloth mindset, but yet not really because she's quick?
She's so fast. She really is. Her mind moves faster than her mouth does at times. She was so much fun though. She's got a huge sense of adventure. She's so driven. She's got such a zest for life. She's excited to get out there and see the world. And I was really inspired by her in that sense because, I think I've got a huge sense of adventure as well. I'm waiting to get out there and, see everything. But yeah, she was always a very energetic one, a very energetic one. She took a lot of energy to put.
Yeah, I'm sure she did. And Olivia, for you, Gabriella, I mean, like I said, she's this mom. She loves to cook. She wants to take care of her family. Like this is very important, but she's also very set in her ways. How did you kind of get into her mindset and play this mom? Because you're not old enough to be, you know, these sloths moms, but that's okay. Your voice, I had no idea until I started to look you up, and I'm like, she's so
To be honest, when I auditioned for this, I fell in love with the script and the writing and the vision. But
yeah.
I thought the same. I was like, oh, I feel like they're going to see me as too young because, I am a bit younger than Gabi.
Sure, sure.
But also, I felt like I was able to channel my beautiful family that I knew and grew up with and connected with so much, lowered the voice. The accent as well really helped because it's
Yeah,
quite a strong, thick accent as well.
yes.
So there were those things but that also really helped me connect with Gubby, and just like portray people that were so familiar to me, and
Mm.
that mean a lot to me. So, um, but yeah, I was like, no, I know I'm young, but I can do it. I'm an old soul. So
No, oh no, no, you did a great job. You did a really, really great job. Now, Teo, doing animation, like being in front of a camera is one thing, and doing animation is a whole other muscle, and you're getting behind that microphone. I'm assuming that you did probably most of this on your own, like you guys did your own voice work. So how, or no, or did you work opposite each other at all? Did you have that opportunity?
yeah, we did actually. We were really, really lucky to be able to have the entire family for the first 2 days
Oh,
of
nice.
recording.
Okay, because people
Yeah,
don't usually get that opportunity when they're doing voiceover. That's fantastic. Okay, so
yeah.
tell me a little bit about that because you had each other to play off of then.
Yeah, I mean, exactly that. All the family dynamics that you hear in the film are all like really natural, real things that were happening like in the booth. I was really lucky to like get to look across, my microphone and see all the members of my family standing in front of me, which
Yeah.
just made it so much easier. And I felt very lucky and blessed to have that opportunity because I know it's usually just you in a booth, with a Zoom call on or like whatever. So,
Right.
um, yeah, very, very lucky in that sense.
Yeah. So, Olivia, what was that like for you? Because as we were saying, yes, you're not alone. So you had each other, to feed off of. No pun intended. I didn't mean that, but but
I
my
like
mind's
that.
always on food. What can I tell you?
I
Anyway,
understand.
but for you know, for you to do this job, what a gift to be able to work with the family.
Totally such a gift. Just like Theo was saying, like to be able to literally look up from the script and the mic and connect with Theo's eyes, with the rest of the family, look at each other literally and just react as actors do in a scene. So that those nuances and the banter and everything is so real. They also recorded us, and so our
Mm,
physicality, they were able to implement that in the film. And I mean, I learned so much about animation. The work that goes into it is
yeah, of
incredible. And the team, from normally there's hundreds, maybe thousands of people doing it.
course.
Um, it was a group of like 40 people in Australia in Queensland doing it, and they just it looks like it should be on Disney. It's like it's a whole it's an
Yeah.
incredible production because of just the love that went into it. So the fact that we were able to be in the room together was just I think it took it to a whole nother level. Yeah.
100%. And then, you work on something for like what, a week or so, go away. And then, what, 2 years later, this movie comes together. And Teo, when you first saw the finished product or even close to the finished product, and you're hearing your voice come out of this character, like, does it freak you out?
Yeah, it really, really did. Initially, it did. And then I was like really scared for a second, and then I just cried.
Oh,
Because it was really special. But yeah, it is wild, like you said. Like we did 1 week of recording like 2 years ago, and then these animators are working so hard for 18 months
yes.
to bring the story to life, and they are all so talented because seeing it for the first time was absolutely surreal. Like the storybook style of the animation, it's so unique
Yes.
and all the hand drawn elements are just absolutely stunning. And yeah, it was amazing to hear my voice as part like a small cog in this huge machine that has built this story and project.
Yeah, 100%. I love this because there's so many wonderful messages, and it really just talks about how close family can be, but yet sometimes you have to let your child kind of flee the nest, and Olivia, like for you, when you started to do this work, like how supportive was your family and what you wanted to do with your career?
Um, my family, I mean, I'm very, very close with my mom. I grew up with my mom. My mom was so supportive of me doing this. My mom actually wanted to be an artist growing up, and she was an incredible painter.
Hmm.
But my abuela was like, they immigrants and they came to Australia my mom was a young age. My abuela was like, it's not feasible,
Yes.
basically. And so my mum is like a play therapist, so she works with kids and is able to incorporate art into her work now. So that kind of artistry was very strong in my household. So my mum, when I told her, I said, "Mum, I'm going to do this," and she said, "What's your backup plan?" I said, "I don't have a backup plan." She said, "Okay."
Hmm.
And so I said,
Yeah.
"I'm going to do this." And she was like, since then, she was like, that's it. I'm gonna support you. So doing this film was my mum was so excited. And I got to
Yeah.
see it with my mum for the first time
Oh,
here when
nice.
it premiered in Sydney. And it was so special. We were crying together and there were so many similarities. And I really got to channel my mum as well, a big part of my mum in Gubby. So yeah.
I'm sure. And how about for you, Teo? Because, doing this kind of work, it like, Olivia, it's a little scary to kind of like, don't have a backup plan. Okay, this is what I want to do. How supportive were you? And how much did you relate to Laura in that respect that kind of want to do my own thing?
Yeah, I mean, I really relate to Laura in the sense that she just goes for what she wants. I mean, when I left high school, I decided I was like, this is kind of the only thing that really brings me joy. I love telling stories and I love using my body and my voice, and I want to
Nice.
utilize that. Yeah, my parents were definitely like, are you sure? Like we're gonna like make some money, we're gonna be able to survive and stuff. And I was like, maybe not, but I enjoy
Gotta
doing
try.
yeah.
Yeah.
Um, so they have slowly but surely come around to my career and my life as like a budding artist. And
Yeah.
I yeah, I mean, they're so supportive now. And I also saw the premiere with my mum. Yeah, and there was many tears as well.
Oh,
And yeah, they're just so endlessly proud now. Yeah, especially my mum. She's, yeah, an immigrant herself. So she was really, yeah, taken aback by the film and surprised in the best way. Yeah.
I'm sure they're proud of both of you for sure. Okay, so just to wrap it up, Olivia. Okay, so of course the film is all about food and traditions, and I actually just vacate. I go to Mexico every year. It's one of my favorite places to go, and I watch this and I'm going, oh man, I'm so hungry again. Like, oh my God, like there's so many great Mexican dishes. So Olivia, start with you. Going back in your childhood, I'm sure you were talking about your abuela, and there has to be some recipe that maybe you just can't live without.
Hmm. Gosh, that's a hard one. That's a hard one, Bonnie. But I would have to say I can't get past empanadas. I love an empanada. My mum is from Chile, so I'm Chilean. And so that's a signature dish
Ah,
in the Chilean culture. So I just, growing up, it's just so nostalgic to me and so delicious. You get to choose the fillings and it's
mhm.
thick and juicy. So amongst many other things, and so many other amazing Latin American food, but I can't get past empanadas.
That's a good
They'll
one.
be
That's a good one. Okay, Teo, your turn. What, growing up, maybe having family dinners with your, whatever. What is the meal you can't live without on your desert island?
I mean, Desert Island in back home in Panama, there's this dish. It's so simple. It's just called sopa de pollo, which is chicken soup.
Okay.
Um, but it's a clear broth, really flavorful soup with rice that's served traditionally with rice. And my mom is so good at making it. And my my siblings and I, whenever we go home for dinner, we are still asking for it. So yeah, that dish is definitely something close to my heart because we've all learned how to make it now, and I'm going to teach my kids how to make it. But also, it's really hard to get plantain in Australia, which is
Yes,
like
yeah.
necessarily a food, but patacones and like baked plantain. I whenever I go home to Panama, I am comprised of plantain. It's I just love, love, love plantain so much.
Very nice. And oh, I forgot to ask, did either of you get to meet Leslie Jones at all? At any time? No.
no, fortunately, it's one day we
Oh,
will.
you will. Oh, she's a riot. Oh my God, she's so funny in this film. Like she just does a great
She's
job. So
Amazing.
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Well,
She was
everybody is
so
great. Yeah, I mean, yeah, she's so funny. I've interviewed her before, and I honestly, you can't keep a straight face. So I'm just warning you before when you do meet her. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much to the both of you for your time. The film is wonderful. I just hope families just enjoy it and embrace it. And what a pleasure to talk to you both today. Thank you so much for your time. Much appreciated.
Thank you so much,
thank
lovely.
you.
Bye
Bye.
bye. Take care. Have a good one.